Hi, my name's Jared, and I am the Midnight Bandit. I make beats. They are of an electronic and kind of experimental nature. So, I essentially also dip into philosophy or streams of thought, kind of consciousness rants. Um, Today I'm feeling slightly stressed, if not very stressed, and kind of just at my wits' end when it comes to issues that present themselves in a manner that you can't pin them down. You can't, like certain people, certain attitudes. I think it's really it's really telling that a lot of people are saying that the amount of narcissists in this society is growing, or it's becoming more apparent that they are everywhere. And I have to say that it's one of the things that I wish I would have stopped to analyze whether or not it's worth my time to be so focused intently on understanding how I can deal with it, right? I know that there are people who are varying levels of being awake or at least aware of these types of individuals. They are, maybe they understand that they exist, but they aren't in contact with them, or they don't know how deep it spreads across to every aspect of society, everyday life, going anywhere. They're everywhere. They spread their bullshit um, liberally throughout the streets. So I wonder, um, when you think about YouTube, when you think about making money online as a creative content entrepreneur, well, you're going to run into so many people that are going to ruin that for you. They're going to want flashy, uh, fictitious, and inauthentic content that is cheap, easy to produce, and just they'll spam you with it like a scam, because it's a scam. It's a scam that is not necessarily, outright called a scam by us people. But if it's cheap and it doesn't offer any services for you, it doesn't offer any real benefit psychologically or mentally. I'm talking about mental health kind of things. Uh, it's not. It's not. It's a scam. It's a scam. It doesn't need to be there. And there's a lot of people out there who want to, basically take all of what you have. And the only reason why they won't take it with force, or just by taking it from you, is because they would get in trouble. These narcissists hate getting called out or being perceived as, you know, uh, not being able to socially manipulate people. If they're lame, if people think, oh yeah, this person is definitely lame, I think a lot of them would go out of their way to maybe like subtly change their appearance, or move to a different place if they're able to, which many of them aren't because they're poor and they don't have any friends. But what you want is you want to stop for a second and think, how do I become a person who recognizes that I'm not trying to buy into this cheap fame, cheap success. I'm not trying to scam people. I'm trying to give people value, right? I'm trying to make this world enriched by my presence. You can either be a taker or a giver. One of my friends said that to me. You're either sucking substance from the world, uh, or you're adding to it. You're adding value to the world, and the people who suck tend to they tend to invalidate and just kind of infuriate and exploit these people who want to give value to the world. And those are the two types of people, like, period. There's tons of different types of people to whatever varying degrees of those two traits you could possibly have. But um, I'm thinking that, like, in reality, you have to recognize that if you're someone who is going to give value to a situation, that you are playing the long game. You're playing a game that it's it's not rewarding at the start. People will tell you you're wasting your time. People, as you're making content, as you're making art, or you're making cartoons, animation, music, documentaries, anything, cooking videos, whatever it is that you happen to be doing on this site, you're going to be ridiculed. You're going to be mocked. You're going to not see any kind of reward for what you do for a very long time. But once you find your niche and you get in to your authentic kind of, like, you find your signal, you know, the thing that bothers you the most in a positive and a negative way. You find something, your authenticity, the thing that is going to resonate, and people are going to look at your video and say, "That's he gets it," or "She gets it," or "They get it." You know, you're going to be someone who resonates with other people, and you don't have to then have this perfectionistic model of giving people what they want or what they need, or allowing yourself to benefit them monetarily. You can enrich their life with seeing them as the person that they are, and seeing that they have value. And that's all you need to do, right? Tons of takers, but not as many as you probably think. It's like ghosts, chasing ghosts, chasing shadows. That's a good dubstep producer, by the way. You should check them out. Chasing shadows, you're not going to find anything. They always switch the goalpost. They always slide and slip and slide around into another new place where they feel they can spread their bullshit throughout the airwaves and not be called out for it. But in the pursuit of never being called out for something and never having conflict, they end up having an even worse fate befall them, and that is a lifetime worth of regrets. There's nothing I can do about it. If I had it within my power, I would completely, tell these people that there's a much better way of how to exist and be a good person honestly, with fulfillment, authenticity, to help people, help yourself grow, help the world grow, and enrich the world. But some people just, I don't know if they're wired differently or if they have a reluctance to honesty or anything like that. Whatever delusions they're following in their head, I can't do anything about it, and it sucks. It feels like I'm failing them somehow, even though they'll do anything to rip my heart out. I still care, kind of, because I'm just thinking, I'm like betting on this. Like, what if some of the people who were just bastards to me, what if they had this one kernel of advice, and then all of a sudden they, like, had some transformation and became a cool person, not because of me, but because maybe of life circumstances? Then what would I say then? If someone's actually reformed and changed and been a person of value, despite what they've done in the past or said or whatever, whoever they are, if they are actually trying to make changes and they're trying to become a good person, I can't stop them, and I can't hate them. I can't. I would only respect that. I would only respect that to whatever modicum of success they reach, and I think that's the way to live life, right? So if you're getting what I'm putting down, this stream of consciousness, if you're getting what I'm putting down, you think that I'm not talking shit, that I'm actually being real. I don't know. I hope I see you around. I hope I see I hope I see more of you, and leave commentary. You know, I'm pretty open to anyone reflecting on what I'm saying and adding their 2 cents, or it's a conversation. I want to collaborate, relationships, even if it's a YouTuber and people who are consuming their content. It's a collaboration. We're creating something valuable together. Okay, so that's about it. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace.